Hi, everybody. It's Craig from Picks and Parlays, and it is Sweet 16 action Thursday, the 28th of March. We're looking at these games. We're going to have a play, I believe, on every game, either a side or total. So we're going to go through, first of all, and hit a side from each of us, and then a total from each of us. So I've got David Delano and Sniper West, and we'll talk about how you can get on their best after the first few picks. But let's kick it off here. We've got David Delano starting us off. Alabama and North Carolina. North Carolina favored by 4 in the Sweet 16 here. Over under set at 173.5. David, what do you like on the side on this one?
Well, I'm going to look to keep rolling here, Craig. So far, I've swept the free picks in the first 2 rounds. We've got North Carolina and Alabama, 2 teams that are both in the top 20 in the country in adjusted offensive efficiency. The issue is I don't think that Alabama is going to be able to get big stops when they need it. They're just 101st on the defensive end, going up against a North Carolina team that is 4th. This Alabama team gave up 96 points to Charleston in the opening round and struggled offensively against a good defensive Grand Canyon team. This North Carolina team is even better defensively. And we've seen Alabama lose some games by margin this year. They've lost several games this year by double digits. I'm not afraid of this -4. I'm going to go ahead and back the North Carolina Tar Heels. This moment will not be too big for them.
It'll be interesting. Coach Oates hasn't had the best tournament record, that's for sure. And, Hubert Davis, already a Final Four, already a championship. He showed up, 2 years ago, right? So, I mean, this coach, even though he's young as well, is very proven in the tournament. All right, so I'm going to look at a free pick. We're going to be going to the San Diego State versus UConn game. UConn's favored by 10.5, total of 136. When I gave out my free video play I do every day, I had UConn in the opening round. Second game, I came back with a free play, and I faded UConn with Northwestern. I'm fading UConn again. I do think UConn wins the tournament still. If you give me any chance to take any of the 16 teams, I'm taking UConn. But with the points, I'm taking San Diego State. I just think it's too many points. Remember, this is a revenge spot for San Diego State. They lost in the championship game last year. And I think the San Diego State, great on defense, will slow this game down. And I think they've improved on offense. If they shoot the way they did the 3-point game, I think San Diego State even could make this really tight. But I do think they cover either way. All right, so next game we're looking at, last side we're looking at of our rapid fire segment here, Clemson and Arizona. Arizona -7.5. Wes, what do you like on the side on this one?
Well, I'll tell you what. I like Clemson here. So Clemson, they beat New Mexico. They beat Baylor to get here. And if you remember, they were underdogs in both of those games. They were a 2.5-point dog to New Mexico, and then they were a 5-point dog to Baylor. They won both those games, and now they turn around, and they're a 7.5-point dog here to Arizona. And I think they're going to be an active dog. I think they're going to play really well. If you remember, Arizona, they put up some duds this year. They lost to FAU. They lost to USC. They got blown out by Stanford. So, Brad Brownwell, he's got his guys playing very well. And I think they show up here, and I think they're going to play very well and cover this number. It's 7.5. And, I think they're an active dog, and I think they bark here.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing with ACC, didn't get a lot of teams in, did very well in the first 2 rounds of the tournament. So I like the pick. All right, before I get to the next pick, we go back on the snake style, and Wes gets his pick on the totals. Don't forget, you can get in on the weekend pass. That's the Sweet 16 and the Elite Game. All sports all the way through Sunday. That's the end of the month, believe it or not. Just $99. You go to the handicapper page of your choice. Any handicapper, $99 for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So make sure you get in on the March Madness passes. All right, let's go back to Sniper West here. Clemson, Arizona. You also have a play on your free play on the total here. What do you like on the total on this one?
Yeah, so going right back to this game. So this game is being played in downtown Los Angeles at what we call the Crypt. I actually live here in LA, and, it's the old Staples Center. But interesting note about this arena. So in NCAA tournament history and all the games that this arena has hosted NCAA games, the total, it's 10-19 to the under. So this building plays to the under in this type of tournament. And, Clemson, they play very slow. They're number 257 in adjusted tempo. So it's, they only have 66 possessions per 40 minutes. So if they're going to hang tough, which I think they're going to, as I referenced before, they have to slow down this game. They can't play to Arizona's pace. Arizona's going to want to speed things up, but Clemson's going to want to slow it down here. I think Clemson does that. They play their type of game, which is why I think they cover, and also why I think this goes under the posted total.
What you call that is a correlated parlay, friends. If you're a beginning better or just an experienced better that never done that, it means if you feel strongly about a game and you feel like the only way they're going to cover is if it's a lower scoring, then you play them both. And then inversely, if you like probably the other side, you like Arizona, you probably play Arizona and the over. So not saying you have to parlay, play them separately, whatever, but he likes them both ways. Don't forget, though, these aren't our best plays. The best plays are over at picksandparlays.net, and you can get on that week pass or the weekend pass, like I said, for $99. But people always say, hey, these are your best plays. These aren't the best plays, FYI. Including, I have a best play on the side in this game, Illinois versus Iowa State. Iowa State favored by 1.5. Total is 146. I also think the total in this one goes under. But like I said, my stronger play is going to be on that. You can get that at Picks and Parlays. You can purchase it individually or in any of the passes. But the key to this game is the Iowa State defense. And I think this Iowa State defense is going to hang tough against Illinois. I know Illinois has played, I think they've got they're 8-2, I think, to the overs the last 10 games. But they haven't faced a defense like this. They haven't faced a defense like this all year, in fact. There's only 2 defenses like this, I think, 3, I would say. San Diego State, Houston, and Iowa State. And I like this one to go under thanks to the great defense of Iowa State. All right, last total we're looking at in the rapid fire Sweet 16 round here for Thursday, Clemson and Arizona. David, you like the over or the under 135.5 in this Clemson-Arizona game?
Well, I've got UConn and you got UConn and San Diego State. There we go.
Oh, sorry. A little technical difficulty. So we've got UConn and San Diego State. You got a total in this one, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Tell me what you like here.
Well, this total is set almost exactly where last season's finals game ended. And I agree with a lot of the stuff that you said, Greg. Craig, I think that they're going to keep this. They're going to try to slow this down and, grind it out with defense. But like we saw in the first 2 games for UConn, where they held their opponents down, I think this game is going to be higher scoring in the second half because San Diego State is only going to be able to hold this UConn team down for so long. This team is second in the nation in adjusted offensive efficiency. They've scored 73 points or more in 12 out of their last 13 games. I think we're going to have to sweat this one out. But with the season on the line, I think that we're going to see some fouls late. Because it's going to be close, San Diego State's going to try to extend their season. And I think we're going to see some free throws that push this over the total in the final couple minutes of this game. So I'm going to go over 135.5.
All right, there you go. You got the over in the San Diego State UConn game. All right, so don't forget you can get in the weekend all the way through the end of the month. Well, that's 4 days, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Sweet 16, Elite 8, NBA, NHL, MLB, whatever we have, all of our expert plays from any capper, $99 a piece. Go over to picksandparlays.net, pick out your favorite capper, get in on the Sweet 16 pass. That's only good for Thursday and Friday. So if you don't get in on that, then you just purchase the regular passes. All right, let's do a quick recap. We'll go through all 6 picks here. I'll run through them. David likes the Tar Heels -4. I like San Diego State plus the 10.5. Sniper West likes Clemson plus 7.5. Also likes the under. Maybe a little sprinkle on the correlated parlay there, under 152.5. I like the under in the Illinois-Iowa State game at 146. And David Delando likes the over in the San Diego State UConn game. So those are your 4 free picks, 6 free picks for Thursday, Sweet 16 action. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up and put in the comments what you like for today. And stay tuned and you get all of our other stuff, including we'll have a rapid fire for Friday's games. Thanks again, everybody.